Last night, Colin Kaepernick, and I hate to give him the stage for this garbage. He was at it again, the backup quarterback on Monday Night Football, the backup quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers as they played the Rams. And here's what it looked like. Here you see Kaepernick and another teammate kneeling. Wow, he's such a great man. Isn't he a great man? And then you have, you go back to, well, there's more. Yeah, there's the Rams players. You know, there's one with his fist in the air. I won't even give you his name. Two of them with their fists in the air. I'm not going to give you their names. And then we go back to, and then you see some of the San Francisco players. You know, there's the back of the Kaepernick kneeling, I guess. All right. Okay, now let's go back to Sunday. Sunday, you had a player, Marcus Peters, with a black glove fist in the air. Also, the cornerback for the Kansas City Chiefs. There he is down there. You see him. You also had the sidelines, the Miami Dolphins, the Seattle Seahawks. There's the Dolphins, a bunch of them kneeling instead of standing for the national anthem on September 11th. And here you got the Seahawks locking arms. At least they were standing, including Coach Carroll, who should be ashamed of himself. Now let me set the record straight here, ladies and gentlemen. First let's play the coach of the San Francisco 49ers, Chip Kelly, after last night's display by Kaepernick and others. Watch.
I think, again, like we've said since day one, we recognize their right to do it. It's their constitutional right. Our president said the same thing, you know, and that's part of what it's like to be an American, that you have the right to choose, and that's what he's choosing to do.
The problem is they ain't got no constitutional right to do what they're doing. If I went on air and I was unhappy about, I don't know, the price of string beans at my supermarket, and I said, I'm going to do my show like this to protest the price of string beans at my supermarket, my boss could say, you do it, and you're fired. If police officers decided to, you know, walk around on their knees instead of, I mean, you don't have a right in your workplace representing your employer, which is what Kaepernick and those others are doing at the stadium, in uniform, on game day. You don't have a constitutional right. You could leave the stadium and go kneel for anybody who wants to look at you. You could raise your fist in the air anytime you want, I guess, outside the stadium. That's your constitutional right. Is the coach of the Niners, Chip Kelly, so devoid of common sense and knowledge? But don't blame him. Blame the organizations and the pathetic NFL that allows this garbage to take place on their time, in their business, on their workday, at their workplace. This isn't a constitutional right. You don't have one at work. You don't. The boss says, you can't do that in my place of business. And you can't. There's no constitutional right for freedom of speech and expression in the workplace, on the job, if the owner says it's detrimental to my business and I don't want you doing it. I mean, you can't. Some players try to honor the 9/11 victims and the 9/11 anniversary on Sunday by wearing little 9/11 insignias on their shoes. And the lousy, stinking NFL commissioner and the league said no. Yet they allow this and kneeling. What's wrong with this picture? Where's the constitutional right of the player who wanted to honor 9/11 victims? Where is it? Where'd it go? They don't have a constitutional right. Obviously, none of them do. Not in uniform, not on the field, not on game day in the stadium. Otherwise, you would have seen 9/11 tributes all over, on helmets, on shoes, all over. Couldn't do it. League said, no, we'll fine you. You aren't going to honor those 9/11 victims. But let Colin Kaepernick and the others make a mockery out of dead cops and turn it upside down on its head. Let him wear socks that depict pigs with a police hat. during practice. That's okay, says the NFL. That's fine and that's dandy. But you want to honor the league? You want to honor the 9/11 victims? With a little insignia on your shoes on 9/11? No. And why do you think that is, folks? Why do you I'm going to ask you, because I'm not going to offer my opinion. I want you to come up with your opinion. Why do you think that decent, caring, like any common sense American with an opportunity to on a world stage says, I want to do something. It's 15 years. The innocent victims at the World Trade Center, in Pennsylvania, at the Pentagon, the kids who grew up parentless, the police, first responders, firefighters, hundreds who died. I want to put a little insignia on my shoe to recognize all that. And the National Football League says no. Says no. But then you got these guys, you know, racism, who disrespect the Star-Spangled Banner on 9/11 yet. And all we hear is, it's their constitutional right. No, it's not. No, it's not. Try it at work. Try telling your boss that when you're dealing with clients, you might decide to, I don't know, burn the American flag during a sales pitch. Your constitutional right, right? Not when you're working. You'll get fired. So ask yourself why it's acceptable in one instance and not acceptable in the other instance. I think you'll come to the answer pretty darn quickly. Pretty darn quickly. I thank you for watching the Steve Malzberg Show. See you tomorrow at noon on America Talks Live.